Hi guys, good morning, good evening. Hope I am properly audible and my screen is visible. Yeah, okay, perfect. So guys, today is very important session. Hmm, What is that? I've almost covered about 99% of the Java series with you. We have almost covered multiple things. We have seen everything. So today is one more session that is an important session left. That is what? About string concepts. So today's session will be entirely about strings. And if you remember guys, yesterday we have worked on what? We have worked entirely on exception handlings. We have seen so many classes about like how can we actually what handle the exceptions with the help of your try and catch block, and how can we throw our exception, our own customized exception with the help of what throw keyword, and how can we throw the exception with the help of your what throws keyword also. Differences also we have seen multiple things we have seen yesterday. Fine, along with your finally block, that if finally block is there, then will finally block will be executed or not. Yes, so finally block will every time be executed whether you have try catch or not, but finally block should be working only with, at least it should be having try. If you are having try, then finally will work. Otherwise finally cannot work alone with catch. So at least for finally to work you should have a try with that. Otherwise if you have try catch or try catch, it's very good. Fine, okay. Then today's session is what guys I told, it's entirely about your string concept. Perfect. Can I just create what a string concept separate package also, and then we'll be seeing several other things inside this string concept. Okay, let us see this. What is that? I created a separate package string concept, and I'm right now creating one class also, that is an string class. So guys, string class is really important class if I talk about in the entire Java or automation frameworks. String data types are the really most prominent used one. So if you see all the developers and all these things, they have actually made their Java programs, the entire applications, most of the things taken with the string variables only. Why? Because it can support anything. You can enter some character values, some byte, short, whatever you want to put it inside the string, it will be taken as a string only. Okay. Now let us today understand string in a different way. We will be seeing the memory utilization also of the strings. Then we will be seeing how we can actually assign values to the strings. Okay. So there are two ways you can assign values to string. Sorry. What are that? First of all, uh, we have a normal value assignment. Okay? With the help of string literals. Fine. So with the help of string literals, guys, this is one of the way we can actually assign the values that everyone knows now. How? See this. If I am saying string s is equals to what? Selenium, will string be assigned or not? Yes. This is what? A normal way. With the help of a string literals, you're trying to assign a value to what? Some string reference variable, which is s. This is everyone we know. But now, what we don't know is what? That how this string value is getting stored inside of a memory. So I've already given you a very brief idea about the memory management, heap, stack, CMA, however methods, your local variables, uh, local variables and your methods, static or non-static, global variables, main method, references, objects, where are they getting stored. But today let us see about memory utilization, memory management of what? Some strings. Okay, how is that? I just create one paint class for you. We're taking paint, and then we will see. Okay, so I am having what? Same thing. This is what? This is my memory management, and inside this I am dividing it into two ways. What is that? One is my your feed, and second is what one my stack. Now we all know where are my objects stored inside the heap. Where is my reference variable stored inside the stack? But understand, guys, inside the heap only now there is one more section where your string values are stored. So your strings are not stored somewhere inside the objects or something inside this heap. But inside the heap, there is one more section, which is called as what? This is called as a string constant pool, or you can see SCT. That is what? String constant pool, guys. So if someone is asking to you that where your string values are getting stored with the help of your array, your literals, if you are storing, so you will be saying that my values are getting stored in the format of what? In the string constant. Okay? So your Selenium will be stored somewhere here. Perfect. But now, with which reference the Selenium will be referred? It will be referred by S only. But that S will be stored where? In your stack. So a stack memory is always taking your reference variable every time. But it is pointing to this one. So S is pointing to what? Your Selenium. Inside the string constant pool. Okay? Okay. Now, how can I assign my values? What is the second way to assign my values to a string? See this. So in this way also, guys, I can store my string values. What is that? String S1, sorry, is equals to new string. In this way also, I can assign my value. Now, what am I assigning? I am saying testing. Understand this. Okay? But understand, with a new keyword, that is fine. You are able to create one testing variable, a testing value. But how it is stored inside the string, inside the memory? Understand this. Can you see, with the help of new keyword, what you do? You actually create an object. In the similar way, guys, if you are trying to create a string with the help of your new keyword, now, in this case, two objects or two ways, sorry, your string values uh, will be stored in the what memory. How is that? See this, please. First of all, one object will be created because of this new keyword here. What is this? This second. Yes, it created. So one object got created for what? Because of this new testing thing. Okay? So because of this new keyword, one testing will be created inside this. Okay? Because of this new keyword, which will be referred by what? S1. So I have one S1 variable here. S1 is referring to what? This new keyword or this object where my testing is stored. But along with this object, my testing will also be stored where? In my string constant pool, guys. So if I'm creating or what? If I'm assigning a value to a string with the help of a new keyword, in that case, two positions my string values will be stored. One inside the SCP, string constant pool, and second inside what? Object. Okay? But now, S1 is already referring to this object, which is having a value testing. So who will be referring this testing inside the SCP? No one. This is no reference value. Fine. Okay. Then now I am saying I have one more value, guys, that I am assigning to string is that S string ring S2 is what? I am saying Selenium. Now tell me in this case, how many values will be stored, stored inside the pool or heap? So in this case, guys, what happens? Now I know that this value should be stored because of this string literals inside my SCP only. But since SCP or string constant pool already have this one value Selenium, hence string constant pool does not allow duplicate values to be stored. Perfect. That means what? That means it won't create any new value of Selenium. But do what? It is going to refer the same value Selenium with what? With another reference. That is what? You have S2 here. Huh? That's it. So now S and S2 both are referring to the same value inside where? The string constant pool, and SCP is where it is inside the heap. Okay? So two references are now referring to the same value. So understand, if you're creating as many values with the same value now, S1, S2, S3, S4, S5, no new value will be created. But all the values will be, a single value will be referred by to all the references. That is how string constant pool works. But now see, if I am trying to write S3 is equals to testing, now will string constant pool be creating one testing? First of all, it will check, do I have a testing value? Yes. Then will it create again? No. What it will do? It will see that you already have a testing value there. Why not to refer or assign this testing value with this reference that you have just created? So now this testing value which was created previously, guys, it is now going to be referred with what? This S3 value variable. But obviously duplicacy is not allowed inside the string concept. Perfect. Now I am writing again. What is that? I am saying string S4 you also, I am assigning testing to it. Now tell me, what will happen? Will there be one more value inside this string constant pool as testing or what? No. The same testing value will now start referring to what? Both S3 and guys what? S4. So now testing value is referring to both these references. S3 and just a second. S4. Perfect. So now S and S2 are referring to Selenium and S3 and S4 are referring to what? Testing. Fine. But new values won't be created inside the SCP if it is already having one value of the same thing. Okay. Now, these are some interview questions. If I want to say that print what? S3 equal to S4. What it will be returning to me? 3. See the S3 equal to S4. So guys, since S3 and S4 both are referring to the same value inside the string constant pool, hence their values will be compared, not the memory address. Okay. See what I'll get? True or false? I should be actually getting a true because both the references are referring to the same value inside the string constant pool, guys. So I'll be getting what? True. Okay. Understood? Now, see this. If I am saying print S3 equal to S1, is my S3 equal to S1? So tell me, S3 is referring to testing. S1 is also referring to testing. Value level wise, both are equal. But now, since S3 is referring to some position which is present inside my string constant pool, and S1 is actually from the different memory address. So if you are now trying to compare with the help of your equal to operator, now, both these memory address will be compared. And both memory address are same or different? It's entirely different. Why? Because S3 is referring to some position present inside the value in my SCP, and S1 is referring to an object having a different position or different address. And this testing is value presented what? A different memory address. That's why S3 equal to if I really want to check, it will be giving me what? False. Can we see? See this now? Okay. Fine. Fine. Now, how to compare the values then, guys? See this. If I really want to compare the values, we have to do in this way. S3 dot equals method is there. And I want to check it with what? First of all, I want to check with the S1. Is S3 equal to S1? See, S3 is pointing to testing. S1 is pointing to testing only. So is S3 dot equals S1? Yes. Here, the content will be checked now. Perfect. And hence, I'll be getting what? True value in this case. See this. Same thing if I really want to check S3, you check it with the S4. S3, you check with what? S4. See this, guys, what I'll be getting? S3 you equal to S4. Yes, it is equal. So what I'll be getting? I'll be getting true here also. See this. See. So in this way, you can actually compare the two strings, and that is the actual way to compare the contents of the two strings. But if you really want to compare with the help of your equal to operator, no one can guarantee you that you are getting the correct value. Why? Because memory address comes into picture for the comparison. So the best way to compare the two strings is what? Dot equals method. And best way to create the strings are what? With the help of your string letters and not with the help of your new keyword. Why? Because see, understand, if you're using the new keyword, at two positions, the string value will be created. One inside the SCP and one inside the what? Object. So, guys, if you really want to create a values to be stored inside the string, create it with the help of a string literals only. Okay? Now tell me one thing. How many values will be created in this case? I am writing string name is what? Some Java. Tell me how many values will be created? One or two? In this case, one value will be created. But now, if I'm saying string this way, tell me how many values will be created inside the memory? So first of all, one object will be created, guys. Fine. And inside this object, what I'll be having? Java value stored. And one Java will be stored where? Inside here, in the string constant pool. Okay, referred by what? So this object will be referred by name. Yes or no? Yes. Okay. But see this now. If I'm saying string n1 is Java. Again, how many values will be created? Zero values will be created. Why? Because first of all, it will see that you are try to create a string value with the help of literals. Fine. So I'm sure that my value will be created inside where? Inside the SCP only. Yes or no? Yes. But first, secondly, it will see that, Nishan, do I have any Java value present here? Yes, I have the Java value present. And do I have any reference from to Java? No. No one is referring to Java. Then why not to start referring Java with the help of your what? N1. So in this way, things works. Fine. Okay. Understood? So understand in this way that you have a concept of a string constant pool coming into picture present inside the heap memory. Okay. Fine. This was a smaller concept from the string. Let us, I'll just create one more class, guys. As an string immutability class. Sometimes you have heard a term or interview questions whether strings are immutable or mutable. But first of all, tell me what is immutability or mutability? And then we will discuss whether strings are immutable or not. And what is the disadvantage of being immutable? Everything we will discuss. Understood. First of all, string class is an immutable class. What does this immutability means, guys? String immutability means that we cannot change the value once it is created inside the memory, either with the help of a new keyword or with the help of a string letters. We cannot change the value. Understand? Means what? We can't change the, or I must say we can't change or modify the string values which have already been created via string literals or what? New keyword. How? We will prove it in some time. Okay? But immutability is what? A concept where we cannot change the current value of that object which is assigned. Okay? What is that then? Once a string object is created, guys, its value or content cannot be changed. Why? Because any operation that we are going to do on the strings now, either concatenation or modification of a string, such concatenation or replacement of the string values actually results in the creation of a new string object. With what? With that modified content. But the present value or the current value won't be altered. But a new object or a new value will be created with a modified content, guys. That is what immutability called as. The original state of the string object remains unchanged inside the memory. Why? Because it will be creating a new object or a value inside the string constant pool as soon as you try to uh, alter the values of it. How? See this. I'm saying string s is what? Hello. So what will happen inside the memory, guys? Let us just delete, or I'll just create one more memory diagram here. And I am putting demarcation also for heap and stack. And I am saying this what? Heap, and this what? Stack. Okay. And also inside this, what I have? I have an string constant pool. Name is what? It is SCP, string constant. Okay. Perfect. Because of this, where my value will be stored? Inside the string constant pool or a new object? So value will be stored inside my string constant. Here. Referred by what? S. Okay. Same thing I'm doing. I'm referring this hello with my S. Okay. Not this S. Perfect. Fine. But see, if I'm trying to say print what? S plus hello. Or S is already hello. I must say hello world. So what will happen, guys? See, I'm printing this. So hello will be concatenated with word or not? Yes, it will be concatenated. But is my hello getting changed or altered to hello world? No. Then what's happening? See this. Again running for you. No changes will be done in the current state of an object or the value. But what will happen? A new value will be created, guys. Understand? Hello word will be created. Concatenating with your S with a word. But is this hello word being referred by anyone? No. Fine. Why? See, if I again want to see that is there any change done in my S variable or not, I will be able to see. See this. Ideally, S should give me what? Hello word. But see what it will give me. Hello only. Why? Because see guys, S is still referring to hello, not to hello world. Hello world is just created inside my memory because you have used this. But it's not being referred by anyone. And also state, the current state or the initial state of that S variable hello is not getting changed. That is what called an immutability. And that what make strings immutable. Okay? Okay. Let's take another example. And I am saying string T is what? Selenium. Perfect. And I am saying one more thing. T is equals to T plus what? Uh, Java. And I am saying print T now. So what I'm trying to do, guys, first of all, because of this line, 16th line, what will happen? Because of the 16th line, Selenium will be created here. It is referred by what? T. Perfect. Let me see. The Selenium is being referred by T. T is my reference variable. Yes or no? Yes. So T. This one T. T is referring to Selenium. But as soon as I write this line, now guys, uh, this is T. As soon as I write this line, T is equals to T plus Java. So what will happen, guys, inside the memory, new value will be created for with what? In this way. See, Selenium space Java. But now I am explicitly saying to this 17th line that whatever value you will be getting after concatenation, try to store it inside the value T. That means T, you again start referring to what? Selenium Java. That means now you break the connection, the current connection which you have with Selenium, and do what? Start pointing to Selenium Java and see what I'll be getting now here. Only Selenium or Selenium Java? Now I'll be getting Selenium Java. But is my value altered? This current initial value? No. Again, a new value got created and it said that now T, you start referring to this new value. Now the Selenium becomes what? No reference value. But it is still present inside the memory. It is not deleted, guys. That is what an immutability concept is. Perfect. Okay. Now see one thing. If I'm writing here string P is equals to Selenium. Huh? Now what will happen? Tell me. Is Selenium going to be created again inside my this memory SCP or not? No. Because Selenium value it will find first of all it is there or not? Yes, it is already there. But now it will check, is the Selenium being referred by anyone? So right now I don't have anyone referring to the Selenium. Then what will happen inside the memory, guys? This P will start referring to what? The Selenium which was earlier being referred by what? P. So now P will start referring to it. Okay. So in this way, guys, memory management works for string classes. Fine. But understand, I told you about immutability. What is immutability and why string class is immutable? So first of all, guys, what is the advantage of immutability? Huh? Understand, if someone really wants to do what? Store its password, username, some credentials, some really sensitive stuff. Can he store inside string classes or not? Yes. Because why? If some hacker is there, or if some unauthorized entity or user really want to change the username and password, will it be changing the initial value? No. Again, a new value will be created even if he is able to make a changes inside the what? That current value. So current value will remain the same, but a new object, a new value will be created, guys, inside the memory. And hence, that's why strings are really secure. That you are not playing with the current value, but entirely new value will be created for you. So this is the advantage of string classes being immutable. Okay? That's why entire every audience in our country is using the string variables only either to create a classes Java, some applications, or to use it inside the automation framework. But there is a shortcoming also for your string class, which is immutable. What is that? Tell me. Now understand, as I'm trying to modify the content and concatenate my content with this current value of T, can you visualize a case where hundreds of users are doing the same thing and are playing with my value? Means they are doing concatenation 100 times. So don't you think 100 values, 100 such values will be created inside this memory, guys? Huh? Here, see, here, multiple 100 and values will be created inside this string constant. So won't it be taking the memory utilization? Yes, surely it will be taking the memory space. That is the biggest disadvantage of having the string classes immutable. Why? Because if you really want to modify the things, now current values are not going to be changed, but a new values, multiple new values are going to be created. That's the biggest disadvantage. So why to create this unnecessary concatenation and objects inside this SCP? It's not a good approach, obviously. Then what should we do, guys? Is there any better approach, better way? That instead of using the strings, you can use something else. So yes, we have a two better approaches, two better way. What is that? We can use either string builders or string buffer classes. Fine. Why? Because both the classes are now mutable classes, guys. Fine. Okay. Let us create one more class for it. And I am saying string builder buffer class with a main method, and that's it. Perfect. Now, string builder. Sorry for that. String builder and string buffer are both called as what? Mutable classes. Means if someone wants to really make changes into the current state of an object, they can do that. No new object will be created because of that concatenation or addition. Fine. And hence the memory can be effectively utilized. There is no unnecessary objects created in this case. Fine. But then which one to use? A string builder or a string buffer? We will talk about the differences also in 5-10 minutes. But let us discuss more about it. So tell me, first of all, if you are going to create a value like Selenium Java with the help of a string builder or buffer class, where they are going to be stored? Inside the SCP or where? No. They don't follow the concept of string constant. Why? Because see guys, understand, whenever we are trying to create or store the value inside the string buffer and builders, we have to create an object of it. And if we are creating an object, then obviously one object will be created inside the memory. And inside that object only, what will happen? In this way, the value will be stored. But no new value will be stored inside the string constant. So string buffer and builder does not follow the principle of SCP. Only one object will be created inside once when we are creating an values using string builder and buffer. Fine. Okay, let us see how. See this. If I'm writing string builder and saying sp is equals to new string builder, that's it. Okay. In this way, you can create what? And I am saying Selenium. Perfect. Now forget about this thing. And I'm going to create one new memory diagram for you. Now, what will happen in this case, guys? It remains same. I already have one heap and stack. Fine. But this is what? Heap. And this is what my memory? It's called as stack. Perfect. Now, because of this line which I have written right now, obviously one object will be created. No, two objects won't be created. Only one will be created. Why? Because string builder and string buffers don't follow the concept of string constant. So what will happen? One object will be created inside this memory like this. And what this will consist of? It will be consisting of this value. That's it. And who will be referring to the Selenium object? Means this object SP. So now SP will be referring to this entire object in which your Selenium is also there. In this way. Only understand. Only one object will be created because of this. Perfect, guys? Okay. Now, what is next? Let us try to first of all print it and see whether I'm getting proper value or not. See. Yes, I'm getting proper value of Selenium. Okay, let's try to create similar value, guys, with the help of a string builder or buffer also. And I'm saying not builder, but this time buffer. And similarly, this is buffer. Perfect. And I am writing SF. Now tell me, how many objects will be created, guys, in this case? 1 or 0? Similarly, since now I am not creating any value inside the SCP, so again one more object will be created because of this string buffer class, right? In this way, one more object will be created again, guys. Whatever this, yes. Inside this, again, this Selenium will be present. See this? And this object will again be referred by what? SB or SF? It will be referred by, just a second, it will be referred by SF method, not SB. Okay, understood how string builder and buffer are actually storing the values inside what? Your heap memory. Okay, fine. Let us just try to print this value also. SF and see this. Okay, perfect. Okay. For time being, let us try to comment this out, guys. Because let us see some different thing. If I have to concatenate my Selenium with different thing, with some different string, how can I do? So in normal string, what you use? Plus operator. But in string builder or buffer class, you have some methods coming, guys, and because of that, you have to use those methods to append or to concatenate some other strings. How to do? SB dot append method you have to use. And inside this, I am giving this automation. Hmm? Now tell me, since I am appending, and this will be giving me what? Selenium space automation. So will my new value will be stored inside that object or the same value will be replaced, guys? Hmm? So inside that, since now my string builder and buffer both are mutable, so no new value will be stored. But what will happen? This will be actually changed to what? My new value. This will be altered to this value, guys. Perfect. And SB will start pointing to what? To this new value. Can we see? To just print it. Let us try to print the values. Let us try to print again this SB. Then you will understand the concept of mutability. Earlier it was Selenium, but now it is what? Selenium automation, which was not happening in the case of what? Normal string classes. So that's why, guys, string builders buffers are called as mutable and hence widely used over the string classes. Hmm? Understood? Same thing. Can I do it? Try to do with my buffer also. And let me just do the same thing. Already done this, and I really want to append it with the SF also. And printing SF, and I am saying Selenium Java in this case. So now what will happen? No new value will be created, but the same value, the old value will be changed to what? Selenium Java in case of your string buffer. See, guys, earlier it was Selenium, now it has become Selenium Java. So same thing, it will happen here also. Means this will be deleted or you can alter with what? With this. Fine, guys. And SF will then be start pointing to what? To this new value. In this way, things works for your string builder and buffer classes. Perfect. Okay, cool. Let us just try to see few differences also between the string builder, string classes, and string buffer, and which one to prefer to use. See, I have already created a document for you. See this. Really, really important question from the interview perspective. Tell me the difference between the string builder, and string buffers, and which one is preferred to use. See this, guys. First of all, strings alone follow the process of what? Mechanism of what? Immutability. But string builder and string buffer does not follow. That means both are best if you have something which you really want to do what? Modify. Perfect. Fine. Second example is what? The string classes are basically thread safe. Hmm? But string builders are not thread safe. String buffers are also thread safe in a synchronized manner. What is thread safety? Consider a case, a normal Amazon application is there, guys. So what will happen? Multiple users can log in at the multiple time on that Amazon application or not? Yes. So multiple users can attack. Attack means what? Use the same application in a single time. That means Amazon application is not thread safe. Thread is what? Thread is the users, actual users. You, me, are the threads in terms of a Java. So understand, if you really want to do the parallel execution, so this string classes won't support. Why? Because it supports thread safety. Means if one user is trying to utilize my string class, second user will have to wait, will have to be in queue. Waiting for what? First user to complete its work, then it will be the chance will given to what? Second user who is present inside the queue, who is waiting for that his turn to come. That is what called thread safety. But string builders are not thread safe. Means multiple users can attack or can actually works parallelly on the same task. That's why string builders are good. And what about a string buffer? Similar. It is also thread safe. Means it also follows the principle of what? Single user can work synchronously in a single way. Second user obviously have to wait. Wait for what? First user to complete its task. And because of this synchronous way or because of the thread safety, guys, tell me whose performance will be good? String builder or classes, normal classes? That is why string builders are faster. Why? Multiple users can work on that. And that is why string buffers are slower because of the synchronization thing. And similar thing, strings are what? Less preferable than string builders. Why? Because see, obviously the same thing. It is synchronous and it is thread safety. But it is only useful for the constant values. If you really want to, it don't want to change any values now. You really don't want to do any modifications. For that case, use the string class. Fine. What is the fourth difference? Where my strings are getting stored? Inside the string constant pool. What about the builders and buffers? Both are getting stored where? Heap, as I've already seen. Okay. If I have to add, concatenate some values with the string, what I have to use? I have to use some concatenation operator plus sign or dot concat method. Then how about in my case of string builder and buffer, guys? I told you, I showed you. You have to use what? You have to use dot append method. Fine. How to initialize the value? How to assign a value in case of a string? Directly. A string str is equals to value or with the help of a new keyword also. But how to assign inside the builders? See, string builder SB is equals to new string builder and string buffer SB is equals to new string buffer. Similar. Other use case, what are the use case difference? If you have some fixed content to be used, if you really don't want to modify, you can use string classes. But if you have something which is frequently changing, you can use string builder. And similarly for a buffer, you can use the same. Fine. Okay. It's understandable. So these are the differences, guys, which is being asked in the interviews also. That's why I'm just sharing up with you so that you can be better prepared. Now, let us do what? We will see some more important concept now. We will see some methods which are very prominent, which are very, very used. Because I have till now not discussed the different methods which string classes use, guys. But today I'll discuss. Okay? What I should do? I am creating one more class, string concept. What should I do? So now I have to work in multiple methods. Okay? To show you just a simple examples how you can utilize those methods. First of all, I am writing a normal string. Hi, this is my Java code, and I am so happy. Something like this. Whatever you want to write, you can write. Okay? This is the entire string that I have written. See now the methods, what I can operate on. If I really want to print the length of this entire string, what should I do? I have to use string.length. See this? What length it will be giving me? 41. How? Every character it is counting. H, I, 0, 1. It is also counting the space, guys. So the entire characters are what? With the space, it is 41 characters. That's why it is giving me what? A length of 41. Okay. How about if I really want to go at particular index and to fetch the character? If I really want to say that, can you fetch a character from this 0th index, first index, second index? So there is a method. What? S dot caret. You have to provide the index. So I am saying at 0th index, what value I have? What character I have? See, it is giving me H. Perfect. If I really say that print the value at my 9th index also. See guys, it is giving me S. You can check it out. See, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 is giving me what? S. And if you really want to check that what is there at the 40th index, see, it will be giving S, Y. See, but how about if I really want to check at the 41st index? So do we have any 41st index, guys, in this case? Total length is 41. That means the highest index is what? Length minus 1. So highest index is 40 only. Then we will see what I'll be getting. See, I'm getting some exception or not? Yes, I'm getting it. A string index out of bound exceptions. That Nishan, you have total length of 41. Then why you are trying to print the values for the 41st index? This is wrong. Okay, fine. What will be getting? A string index out of bound exception. Perfect. Okay. Now, if you want to find the indexing position based upon the characters you are providing to it, can you find the index value? Yes. How about this? If I want to say s dot index of method is having, and inside this I really want to provide the character. If I am saying y, or let's understand if I want to h is present where? 0th index position. Huh? See this. Am I getting 0 or not? Yes, I am getting 0. This is another method, guys. Now, if I really want to print,
You have H on happy also, right?
yeah, that is what I really want to say. Just wait for a minute. So this is what it actually printed the first index position for me. Fine. Now similar thing, understand. Let us try to get the I value also. Okay. Then I'll explain your doubt. S dot index of x not ended index of now I really want to print I. Okay. See this. Uh, it will be actually printing me the first index. So I is present where? At my first index. But if I really want to fetch this position, guys, how I can do that? See, there is a way. What is the way? I can write in this way that I have to get the index position of what? First of all, see this method. You can give, just a second. What is that? You can give s dot index of, what is that again and again? Index of this. Can you see this? If you really want to get the index value of some character, but you have to define some index position. What? If I'm saying that Nishant, I really want to get the I value, that at which position my I is there. But I really want to define it from where? From my second index. I really don't want to fetch the first index value. Will it be giving me now? See, it is giving me fifth position. Earlier it was giving me what? First position. But can we check? 0, 1, and 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yes. So at fifth index, guys, I'm getting what? The second value of I. But is it a good approach to hard code this thing? Tomorrow, I can be here also. What should I do? So in this case, I can just write what? S dot, should I write? Index of what? I, which you just got, plus 1. So what will happen, understand, in this case? It is going to take out the index value of the ith position, or your ith character. But from where? You are actually telling him that first of all, get the index position of the first I. Then do just an addition plus. Means, first of all, it is going to take the position of this I. What is this? 1. And 1 plus 1 is 2 or 2. So from this position, it is going to again fetch your second index value of the I. Okay. In the similar way, you can do with H also. Right? Okay. So this is what? Formula-based calculation that you are trying to do. So instead of hard coding things, you should try in this way only. Okay? Now, along with, if you really want to fetch the index of a particular what? Not a character, but this time, the entire word. If you really want to see that at which position my Java is, can I do it? Yes. How? In the similar way. I'm writing what? S dot index of. Now, instead of character, I am giving the direct value. So first of all, let us just try to find out. This is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And it should be something around 14th position. The Java. See. See. So characters will be counted. And then it will be telling the value. It's not that Nishant, I will be getting some, this is 0th index, this is 1 index. No. You are actually fetching where Java is present. So index value will be calculated in the character way only. Like H is for 0th index, I is for 1 index in the similar way. Okay, fine. If you really want to find out that do you have any occurrence of Python also? So what it will be written to you? 0 index of what? C in this case. Since you don't have Python in that entire line, it will be just giving you what? A sort of -1. Because obviously it cannot return a 0 now. 0 position is already occupied by what? H. That's why it is giving you some negative values. Fine. A perfect example. Okay. Okay. Let us see a few more examples, and I'll write again some different string. String is string. MG is what? I love Java program. This is my entire string. But if you really want to check that in this string, if you have some word present, if you really want to check that you have whether you have Java present inside this or not, how will you do that? See, you have to write mg dot contains method. See, and if I can write, I have to check for Java. I can check. If it is there, then what? Print what? True. Otherwise, print what? Just false. See this. So this is again separate method as what? Contains method. Fine. Okay. Let us see one more method. Very, very important method that I've already told you in the previous sessions. If I'm writing a string sts in this way, hello Java, but you have some white spaces front and at the end. So what method I can use? So try to print st dot trim method. Trim is going to do what? Actually going to cut your spaces from behind and from the front. But this space won't be cut down. No. Why? It is not a white space. what you will be getting? See, you will be getting a plain, perfect hello Java without any white space. See, do you have any white space? No, I don't have. Huh? In this, we have to use a trim method. But how about if my requirement is that I have to remove this also, means this also, space this also. How should you do that? See, first of all, I'll just say st is equals to st dot trim. Okay? Then do what? I am saying along with trim, hmm, you have now a replace method also. What you want to replace? You really want to replace what? Your space with nothing. And store it again inside the st. See now, if I really want to now print the st, what it will give me? Because of trim, my white space will be trimmed. And because of this replace method, my blank space, which is in middle, will be replaced by what? This one directly. See now. So in this way, your replace method works, right? And you can replace everything. Means whatever your expectations according to your client or your interviewers are, you can work on this particular part. And this is really, multiple times asked questions. I'll tell you a couple of questions about the replacing thing, that how you can replace things. If I'm saying what? Now you have a string something like this, age 0101 and this one. This is your age. Hmm? And you have to do what? You have to replace this entire string as this. How will you do it? Simple. I really want to print what? Directly I can do, or I can just store it also. I am saying replace what? Replace my this hyphen with what? With this one. That's it. And print it. See this now. See, I got the value. So in this way, replace methods works and use very much. Okay. Let's see few more things, few more methods. I am saying my string su is what? Nishant. If someone asks me, can you do it uppercase to this name? Hmm? See this? What method I have to use? Su dot to uppercase. To uppercase. That's it. See? So in this way, I can do it. And if you really want to do the lowercase also, there is a method again. To lowercase. To lowercase. See this? Done. Nishant and Nishant. So in this way, you can use this lowercase and uppercase methods. Okay? Okay. Now, one more thing. We have a couple of more methods. What are that? If I am saying string pop, I am taking some other variable and or I'll just be taking this same thing, same line. I love Java programming. And I really want to check if my string is starting with I love or not. Can I check? Yes. With the help of pop dot starts with method is there. So if you really want to check that if your string is starting with I love or not, you can just check it out here. See what I'll be getting. True. Yes. But now, see this, if I'm removing this I and I'm just checking with my string my starting with love or not. See, it's false. So in this way, you can use your starts with method. Similarly, you can use what? Ends with method is also there. Ends with. What is that? I am saying, is my method ending with programming or not? Let me see. Yes, it is ending. So in this way, you can use this method also. See, understand, right now, these methods are not making sense to you probably because you're not using it anywhere. But once you'll be writing your automation frameworks and all these things, now you'll be doing some coding. It will be surely making sense. Fine. That's why this is being taught. Okay. Fine. Now, let's talk about one more method which you already know. What is that? Equals and equals ignore case. That's very used method. How is that? If I am saying if you have a browser like Chrome, that is very much used already. And if you really want to check what? If your browser dot equals what? Chrome, then do what? Say test case is passed. Otherwise, what? It is failed. Just a second. I'm saying failed. See this. Since my browser is Chrome only, I'm checking with what? That yes. What happened? Yes, pass. Okay. But if I really want to check with my is my browser name is equal to this Chrome, it will fail actually. See, but to use this method, I have one more case equal ignore case. That whatever string you are entering here now, I will ignore its case. Either it's capital or small. I really don't care. I just want to check whether it has CHROME or not. See this. Yes, it is possible. So in this way, you can use what? Equals and equal ignore case methods. Okay, fine. Let us take two more methods, which is very highly used. And I'm just typing, just a second. This is the last. Okay. What is that? I have split method. What is the question? If I'm writing in this way, string languages are, and I have written a normal string, Java, Python, Ruby, and what? Something C. Okay? I'm writing this multiple languages in a string format. And your client's demands, your interview demands, can you try to split it? Means I really want to print these all the languages in the separate form, like Ruby different, separate, Java separate, Python separate, and C separate. How can I do it? I can actually split this entire what string based on my some regular expression. How is that? I am saying languages dot split method is there, and what you do, you split this entire string on what basis? On this underscore basis, and see what this method is returning to me. It is returning a string of an array. So you have to store the entire thing in what? Uh, I am saying len in this. So can we just try to print this? What this len variable consists of? Arrays dot to string method is there, and I am just trying to print this len. And let us see. Can you see? It got separated out. So on the basis of the underscore, you can actually split this entire string. It is very, very used, guys. Very much used. Okay. If I really want to print separately, you can run a for each loop or a for loop directly. Okay. That same thing, it is going to work. Okay. Let us see a couple of special cases. For split method which don't work normally. What is that? If I'm having the same thing, you can understand. If I'm having the same thing, writing the same thing. But right now, instead of this ST and instead of this underscore, I have a pipe. Java pipe, Python pipe, Ruby pipe, and C. So with the help of pipe also, I can have this thing now. How should I split it? See this. If I'm saying split on the basis of pipe only, first of all, I am writing language, and let us see if it is printing the language also or not. And I am trying to split this STU on the basis of what language. See this. Will I be getting all the language separately or not? Since I am splitting this entire string on the basis of pipe. See this now. What I'm getting? It's not correct. What should I do? So this is a sort of an special case where I can say double backslash. First of all, let us see if double backslash is working or not. It is working. How? See, this is a special case, guys. Why? Because you are explicitly telling Java that Java pipe is my separator. Don't consider it anything else. In Java, pipe can be something working for something, some use cases also. So double backslash means what? It's an escape character. That consider it as a pipe only. Don't consider it anything else. Fine. So in this way, you can use this backslash whenever you find that your operators, your separators are not working. Fine. This is a special use case. Okay. Perfect. Let us see one more last method, which is also used. What is that? Substring method. What it does, it captures a small part of entire string. How? If I'm saying you have a string, latest is something, your order number is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you really want to do what? Capture a small part. So you can use substring methods in two ways. That method is actually overloaded. How? If I'm saying latest dot substring, see, it is overloaded in the two methods. Either you can just give a beginning index that from where you want to really get the values. So I'm saying from fifth index, I really want to fetch all the substring. What is that? So from the fifth index, it is going to get in this way. Order number is this, but your is left. Now if I am saying provide me substring from the ninth index, see what I'm getting now. So in this way, you can use a substring method. Perfect. But I can use a substring method in different way also. What is that? That you can provide me the beginning index and the ending index from where and where you want to get the values. So if I'm saying from zeroth value, from the zeroth index till the second index, you get the value. So what will be giving me? YOU, because it is 0, 1, 2, or only YOU. So in this case, what happens? Second index is not counted. It is only going to give me the value from 0 to first index. See this. This is how this substring method is created. So you will only be getting value for YO and not YOU. Same thing. If I'm saying fetch values from 0 to fourth index. So where is the fourth index? Where I'm saying 0 to third index. Which is third index? YOUR. Till R third index ends. But it will be only getting me what? YOU. See this. So in this way, these are the most common, mostly used methods in the string classes. Aside this, obviously you won't be, requiring other methods. There are a lot many methods, but obviously if something is required, I'll be surely telling you the Selenium sessions. But for timing, this is the enough part from the strings which you should know. Any questions still here? Anything? Okay. I think then I have covered, 99% of the Java sessions already. Just one more session is left. I'll take it that in the next weekend, obviously, and then we will be surely starting our Selenium in a full speed. Okay. Till then, I really want you to take all the access and practice it, whatever we have discussed till now. Around 19-20 sessions have been done, guys. Java, try to practice it. This is really, really required in terms of interview preparations now. Fine. Okay. Then thanks a lot, guys, for this weekend. Let us see again in the next weekend. Okay. Thanks.